Manufacturing steel is one of the largest industrial sources of greenhouse gas emissions. If it could be done in a carbon-free way, it would revolutionize the industry and help fight climate change. There's a company in Boston trying to do just that.
Recognize that voice? That's Bill Gates. His Zero Emissions Coalition, Breakthrough Energy Ventures, was one of the first investors in Boston Metal.
What our technology does, it eliminates completely the coal from the manufacturing.
Tadeo Carneiro is the chairman and CEO of Boston Metal, headquartered in Woburn.
Instead, you use electricity, right? So if your electricity comes from a clean source, then you completely eliminate the carbon from steel manufacturing.
The process, called molten oxide electrolysis, is not new, but the application is.
The science behind itself is known for quite some time, that you could use that concept. The process was developed and improved in the laboratory scale at the MIT.
MIT professors Antoine Eleanor and Donald Sadoway are credited with perfecting the technology.
You got iron oxide. You dissolve that into a mix of other oxides. And by the passage of electric current, the iron oxide is decomposed and it produces liquid iron.
You may ask, why now? Why now and not before? First of all, you didn't have this push and this awareness with the importance of eliminating all this big chunk of CO2. Second, it was not cost competitive. You didn't have enough electricity, abundant, reliable, cheap, and clean in order to make it happen.
They also needed the resources to scale the technology up to size. For now, it all takes place right inside here.
These are actual samples that we produced in Woburn. We make it in the cell, and then we drill a hole in the side and drain liquid iron out and pour it into molds.
Steel is the most important engineering material today. We manufactured 2 billion tons of steel every year. And because of that, more than 8% of all the CO2 emitted in the world comes from steel manufacturing. The environment cannot take any longer.
Carneiro says that after 3,000 years of producing steel the same way, Boston Metal is here to change the game.
This is something that will change the world once this becomes commercial. To be involved in something that is disruptive like this, it's nothing less than exciting.
Camille Martin and Leila Deravi are looking to disrupt the skincare industry.
We started in the lab working on this project about 6 years ago.
The pair first met at Northeastern University's chemistry department, where Martin was completing her PhD and Deravi was teaching.
Anytime you're working in science, you kind of are drawn to what's super interesting to you. And the cephalopod is above and beyond the most dramatic, most beautiful and extraordinary system that there is.
Cephalopods are a class of marine animals that includes octopus, squid, and cuttlefish.
They have this incredible, incredible camouflage, and it's this dynamic color, and it's got ranges of brightness and hues associated with it.
Deravi and Martin found that these pigments also absorb the ultraviolet radiation.
This is the base formulation, and then at the very end we would add our secret ingredient.
And the science that powers those pigments can be adapted for use in skincare.
So it's super exciting to see like the growth and change and evolution of like an idea, a passion, to something that could be a product one day.
The pair's work in the lab inspired their company, C-Spire, headquartered here at MIT's The Engine, a home for tough tech founders.
So now we're going and taking a multifaceted approach to protect the skincare, beyond just sunburn, but addressing other skin health concerns with a single ingredient.
They've developed a synthetic ingredient and coined it xanthochrome.
We imagine being like the next hyaluronic acid, the next vitamin C, the next AHAs. We're really interested to see how can we use our ingredients to enhance or to really elevate existing consumer products on the market.
Their initial foray into the field is focused on transforming sunscreen.
So in the market, you have chemical UV filters, which are known to absorb light, and physical blockers that are known to scatter light. Not only do we have broad spectrum activity, but we also have a multi-dimensional mechanism of action, being able to both absorb and scatter a broader range of light.
Xanthochrome could potentially replace those chemicals in sunscreen that are accumulating in the ocean and damaging coral reefs.
We are producing products that are from the ocean for the ocean. We want to make sure that we're creating something that is really going to have positive impacts on the world as a whole.
Both Martin and Dharavi credit their interest in chemistry to great teachers who helped nurture their interest in science. They hope C Spire's secret ingredient will be on the market sometime in 2022. And back to Boston Metal, they also got their start at the engine before they moved to Woburn. They're hoping to start operating continuously within the next 2 years. Coming up, is a twice weekly workout enough?